Just the face reveal caught me off guard.
That's why you don't fucking buy food, people. That's why you don't buy the food. You can't park there. That's a...
Thanks for clicking on the Ochanos channel. Let's get right into it. Okay, starting off at YouTube, we are a YouTube channel, so yeah, we're going to show you YouTube stuff first. I found this. This is from Place Farm One. It has 86,000 subscribers. It is titled "What's Wrong with Him?" Apparently, the person thought that, yeah, this was like an overlay, but no, it was some dude. The guy was being arrested by ICE, and the dude was rapping. This looks like either Las Vegas or maybe New York or something. But anyways, yeah, it's a big city. Check this out.
Going to jail. Many going to jail tonight. Talking about the homie in the gray and the black. You know the facts. I never relax. Everything luxury tax. And everybody here getting videos. Make sure you put a little money in the sack. What's wrong with them?
Do you think that this
That was just funny, man. You're gonna be rapping about the dude getting arrested? This is Cliff Buell, and check this out. It's titled Jehovah's Witness wasn't expecting this. Now, did she pick the wrong door or the perfect door? Is the question.
Do you think that this Jehovah Witness knocked on the wrong or right door? Watch.
My name's Rose. I can't see you, but what's your name, sir?
My name is Zach.
I like to see people face to face, but I could leave you a brochure. It's about the future. How do you view the future?
Someday God is going to judge the world, and Jesus is coming back to redeem his people.
Well, it sounds like you're a Christian.
Are you a Jehovah Witness?
How did you know that?
In John 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And in verse 14, it says, the Word became flesh. So God was manifested in the flesh. Jesus is not a created being. He was with the Father from all eternity. The truth of the matter is that he is God and man. Where the JWs believe he's a created being, where the Bible doesn't teach that. It does not teach that.
Jehovah made his son, and that was Michael the Archangel, who was Jesus.
There's a place in Micah, and it says, whose goings forth are from everlasting. Jesus is eternal, and he never was created.
Dad,
When the South
don't get mad at me. I don't come up with this stuff, all right? He may or may not be crazy. I don't know. It's not it's not for me to judge, but the stuff that he comes up with, man. Check it out.
when the South gets is this the Clankers?
So, Grandpa, how's the South been treating you?
Great ever since I bought this Tesla robot at an auction in Charleston.
Oh, wow. Kind of weird seeing someone like you with one of these.
Everyone in this
Okay, bought a Tesla robot at an auction in Charleston. Does that sound vaguely familiar? Maybe, I don't know, 100 years ago?
South has them now. It's a way of life. It might do you well to get yourself a clanker.
What did you just say?
Clanker? That's what they called, ain't it?
Just the way you're saying
Yeah.
it sounds really wrong.
He ain't a real person. Maybe a fraction of a person at most. Like half or
3/5?
3/4. Maybe somewhere in between.
There it is again.
Oh,
the
boy.
way you're describing him just sounds a little racist.
Boy, you should see the way we talk to the clankers out in the field. This one here gets special treatment because he's a house clanker.
I seen this.
House clanker? This sounds like slavery.
No, you city folk just haven't learned how
Yeah.
to adjust to a new way of life.
Sounds like an old way
Yeah.
of life.
Here in the South, we love our clankers. We give them shelter, keep them charged. But if he acts up, I will whip him into shape and put him in the hot box.
Hot box? I'm leaving.
The hot box is his charging station, see? It heats up his battery using infrared light.
But
Okay, so now we have Doc Rich, and he has a gentleman who's speaking Americans have had enough. Have we? Have we now? Doc Rich has really good stuff. I like Doc Rich. It's like one of my favorites.
American people have had enough, and I'm happy to see that a lot more of us are actually speaking up and out about it. It's a beautiful thing. Check it out.
It's unbelievable that Americans feel bad for these people. Man, you people, you're even supposed to be here.
Wait, what do you mean, these people? Who you talking about, man? These people. I'm just playing. I know what he means.
Offered to let you go back to your countries. Everybody's supposed to be in their own country unless they do the proper paperwork to get into a certain country. So stop feeling sorry for these people that they get pulled out of here and pulled out of there.
People?
We offered to let them all go home. So why are we feeling sorry for them? Why didn't they just go home like they were supposed to? They're going to go home anyway. You think President Trump and the rest of those ICE people are going to just stop? No, no, no. You're making it hard on yourself. And you want sympathy from us. That's not going to keep you in America.
But he's not lying.
So you need to stop being such knuckleheads. Stop breaking up your own damn family. We're not breaking your family up. You're breaking up your own damn family. We're just following the law. We're enforcing the law. And all you Americans say, I feel so bad. This wasn't supposed to. This is not right. It's not right that they're here.
For real. So like for real. See, but that would have came off better if it was from, let's say, me, right? Because I'm brown, bro. Like you're African American, right? You talk about like Antifa and stuff like that. Leave the ice shizzle to mizzle. I don't even know what I just said. I just made that shit up on the fly. But seriously, the ice stuff, leave it to the brown folks. Leave it to the Hispanics like me. Orale, hey, chingazos, what did I just say? I don't speak Spanish, by the way. I make up stuff, okay? Pinche people, pinche, get out, pendejos, por favor. Tortilla. Okay. Okay, so we are over at Instagram now. There is this lady here. She's a teacher, okay? She has 11.3K hearts over here on Insta Fame. Now, on this particular video, which I saved, I asked her, hey, can I use your video? I normally don't ask anybody. Okay, I really don't. I don't ask anybody permission because I go by the fair use, right? Unless they're a LLC. If they're a LLC, they can do like a copyright, and then I, can take it down. But I try and ask them first. She never answered me, so she might be busy with school. I'm gonna cover it anyways because I don't really care, to be honest with you, because I do what I do. And that may be a bad attitude, and I'm sorry if you find that as being a bad attitude. But yeah, I am not always the nicest guy. I do have a personal walk with God, so I will pray later that the Lord forgive me for being such an a-hole, okay? But with that said, this is Miss Dugan, okay? And she is how I handle farts in class. Let's check it out. Check it out, Miss Dugan.
Video about how a kid farted in my classroom and I accidentally giggled a little and then they called me 40 and it was like a whole thing. Anyway, I got a lot of DMs from teachers asking me how I handle farting issues in my classroom. I actually do have a solution to this because when I taught middle school, farting competitions broke out, not once, not twice, but like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different times. What I mean by farting competition is the boys were actually farting on command, trying to out fart each other. Yeah, there was no accidents, there were no sharts, I don't know how. Anyway, I went to my instructional coach and I said,
Wait, whoa. No sharts. How do you know? Listen, I just did a video. Like a couple days ago. Don't trust the farts. Check it out. Also, if you're new to the channel, this box right here, I am legally blind, so this is how I navigate the internet. I'm trying to keep it out of the way, but yeah, don't trust the farts.
Said, hey, I actually don't know how to stop this. Those of you that are non-teachers are probably thinking, just tell them to stop farting. Doesn't work like that. Here's what happened. The kid won't stop farting on command. They're getting giggles from all their buddies. They're getting positive attention from their buddies. Therefore, they keep farting on command. You say, hey, Johnny, stop farting. They say to you, I can't help it. It's a bodily function. What do you want me to do? All the other teachers were like, well, just tell them like, oh, well, I guess your stomach hurts. So you're going to have to go to the nurse. Wrong. Bad idea. They love that. It gets them out of class. This is what my instructional coach told me to do, and it works. And farting broke out, and I knew it was just to be funny. I started telling the kids, hey, if you really can't control your farting and like bodily functions like that, that's okay. You can just stay after class and we'll call your mom on the phone on speaker together, and you can explain to her what you're struggling with in my class.
Good.
Took care of it like that. Honestly, think about this. You're a teenager and you're on speakerphone with your mom and your teacher, and your mom's already probably mad because she's on the phone with you and your teacher. And you have to say, hey, Mom, I can't stop farting in class. They don't want to do that. I didn't have another issue again. I actually now use it for a lot of things. So instead of
That's pretty smart. That is pretty smart. I do have to say, Miss Dugan, very smart. I'm not saying I have any problems with my kids at school. Ha! I do. Okay, now this is from Asians with Attitudes. Now okay, this is not what you think. I just want you to know this is not what you think. But this person, oh my God, you just have to watch this. The face reveal caught me off guard.
That's why you don't fucking buy Ford, people. That's why you don't buy the Ford. You can't park there. That's a bad fucking day for them. And I just got the Toyota, thank God. Oh my God.
Oh God, dude, that is so fucking funny. Oh, my language. Okay, and I'm back. I lost control there for a bit, but I'm now in control, complete control. But yeah, that was funny as hell, man. Okay. Next. This is odd. I do have to say this is odd, but I need people, okay? I do. I need people. And I want to know, where do I find... This is Brittany Real Day, okay? Where do I find these people? And I am not joking. I want to start collecting these people.
Is my little guy. And these are my people.
That's amazing.
These are my people.
Where do I get them?
It's the sounds that my people make. And then whenever I need people, whenever I'm leaving the house and I need people, I just take a handful of people.
She dropped a person.
This is
okay. She dropped one of her people. What kind of a person are you? You dropping your people. Okay, now this guy, last time I had my box over this guy's head, and I do apologize for that. This is Cameron Bassmaster. What is wrong with the guy? Seriously. I mean, I think he gets high too much. How do I know that? I don't know. I've been around.
You know where milk comes from? Huh? I said, do you know where milk comes from? The store? I know from the store. I mean, do you know where they get it from? Where do you get milk from? Wherever you buy it. Whatever store you buy it from. I'm saying, do you know how it's made? How is milk made? Why are you asking me? I don't make the milk.
I mean, fair answer. Fair back and forth. Fair banter, right? Can't complain about that. He gave you an honest answer. Now this, oh my goodness gracious. Now this is just too much. These people are very, very, very interesting to watch. Why? Because the interaction between the two is not normal. So we get a glimpse into not normal, unhealthy communication. I don't know if this is fake, but I don't think so. I think it's real. Check it out.
Mom. What? Look. Can I have one day without Mom?
I just want to show you my nails. What do you think of my nails?
They're okay. What the hell?
I was trying to see your reflex. You got good reflex.
Oh, that's nice. Do it again, bitch. I'm not. Ooh, I swear to God, Tanya. You do it again. I'll knock you on your fucking ass. You want me to? Oh,
I was just seeing
yeah,
how
you're
good
gonna
your
see how my
reflexes.
reflexes are. Let's see how my fist is against your fucking face. You don't flinch at your mother.
I was just
no.
I was just seeing your reflex.
Okay, now her JJ Rounds, right? I do a little thing on her. No, I don't do a little thing on her. I cover a piece on her. It's called How to Defend Yourself, right? That's what I call it. And I make shorts on this, how to defend yourself. I don't know, but lately she's been like risque kind of lingerie-ish kind of stuff. I have a personal walk with God. I was doing an episode with my daughter, and then her thing popped up, and she was, yeah, and I was like, oh, that's not what you think. But I like these how to defend yourself because you have to know how to use various objects that are surrounding you. A chair, for example. A scream in the ear. That that's okay. No. Eagle claw. Eagle claw. Yes. Kick to the throat. Now that always gets me. Like I can't get behind that part, man. JJ Rounds, I can't get behind that. Because that's just off the chain. Yeah, it's like a teabag, but you don't teabag people in real life. You do it in games. You know? Okay, so we are over at X now. This is our news section, right? Or news segment. We also have trending videos. This is a spot for trending videos. This is by Tara Bull, and this lady apparently thinks that this guy who is an auditor, they go into places and they record in public, and they try and elicit a reaction from people, right? Because it's their right. They're Americans. They can do that. Okay? But this lady thinks that he's ICE.
Hi, what are you doing? Hi there. Hi, what are you doing? No? I'm not gonna say shh. It's very creepy what you're doing. Oh, we're waving at each other.
The daughter's trying to stop her.
What's this? What's this? What are you doing?
Stop your mom.
Mom, come on, let's go.
Yeah, good.
What are you
good.
doing?
Oh, you
Are
should
you
have done
ICE?
more.
What's going on?
Okay, so I may or may not have thought that a food truck was an ICE vehicle. Okay, because it was all closed up. It looked like super high tech, and it was closed up and didn't have any kind of advertising. And I said, hey, look at that. That's a federal vehicle right there. That's an ICE vehicle. Yep, that is. 20 minutes later, it's like fully opened and it's a food truck. So, yeah. I'm blind, though. I'm blind. I have a reason for doing that.
Who are you? What's your name? What's your name? What's
He
your
knows.
name?
He knows, man. He's got
Are you
the
ICE?
hooks in her. He knows. But I'm showing you this video for one reason. Okay? I want to make this this is a public service announcement. Okay?
Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because
Okay.
you're ICE?
Now she's hitting him in the face, right? She's touching him. She's touching him. So she is now in an area you can see, right?
What are you doing? Who are you? Who are you?
She's now crossed over. She's crossed over into a territory that I like to call jail. Yeah, you're going to jail because you put your hands on somebody. Don't put your hands on people, folks. If you're frustrated, keep your hands to yourself. So when you cross that imaginary line, you
What are
break
you
the
doing?
law.
What are you doing?
And you should never resort to physical altercations.
Here, filming and going, shh. Huh? With all this equipment and stuff?
But anyways, yeah, she ended up going to jail. He ended up calling the police and she ended up going to jail. You can check that if you want. I'm going to repost that for you at X. If you haven't followed me at X already, do so. It's all in all my links. Instagram and YouTube. Now this is from Terrible. I want one of these. I don't know if it runs on battery though. That's the only thing. I don't like things that run on battery because if they run on battery, they're made in China. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I don't like things that run on batteries. Okay, I like things that are hardwired. Like this, hardwired. Yeah, it could kill me, but look at it. Right? Right? Is that amazing? Right. I know you all feel the same as I do. That is just amazing. Simply amazing. Okay, so now I have something. It was posted by OSINT Technical, okay? 19 hours ago. Basically, Raizan Oil Refinery, one of the largest in the nation, has been completely shut down. So I want to call this segment episode 187, discussion how global economy works, percentage of total Russian oil reduction. Now, what I had done is I had got all the information instead of going on Grok, because the last time I did that, it's kind of weird. I'll be honest with you. Like, it didn't give me the accurate information, and it was weird. But I pulled all the information. It's all there for you to see on the percentage of drop. It's like a 10% drop for the 3 years. Like a 15% or 12% recently. But Ukraine has said that they wanted to reduce the amount of production of Russia. Now, this was a couple years ago that they said this, by 35%. And at that point, that's when I knew, because I'm a day trader. I knew that, oh my God, oil's gonna go up. The stock's gonna go up. It's just a matter of time. So I started investing in some of the oil companies, and yeah, sure enough, it did go up. So I made some decent gains off of that. And also with futures. So with that said, if you're curious about this particular conversation and all the information of the reduction of Russia's oil capacity, it's there for you. I reposted it, episode 187, and then I'm going to link this video to it. Russia is effed up, man. They are. They're messed up. Ukraine was so smart in attacking Russia's infrastructure when it comes to oil production because that's their lifeblood. They're a monolithic economy. A monolithic economy. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Even though they did have some areas where, like, let's say like production of war products, they did have some production of war products, but it was outdated stuff, and their stuff isn't really that good that we're finding out. But Ukraine was genius. They knew exactly what to attack, and it's having a great, tremendous effect on Russian economy. If you want to check it out over there, check it out over there on X. Anyways, that's all that we have for today. I'd like to thank you. If you watch the channel for this long, I truly do appreciate you. Every single one of you. Every single episode. We do. It's amazing. My family's amazed. Everyone's amazed. How do you do that? You click that face up there. That's my face. That's how you join the channel. We make a video Monday through Friday, a long one. That's this one. And then we make a short either before the stock market opens or after the stock market opens. With that said, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one.